it's the Minerals, and you're watching WatchMojo.com, and today I'm talking about the little black dress. LBD, it's an essential staple to have in your wardrobe. I picked some of my favorites from Très Chic Styling. Loving the Hervé Léger, I love the Robert Rodriguez, and I think it's black but with a twist. There's already a little shimmer, a little action going on. And for my model, I have Faye. She's my muse right now from Specs Models Management. She's awesome to work with. So what we're gonna start with is a little bit of Canvas Loose Foundation. Grind your minerals into the lid, top off any excess, and start on the jawline and small circles throughout. Anywhere that has a little bit of excess redness, that requires a little bit more coverage, you just stay on that area a little bit longer. So if I want to use it as a concealer now, I'm just going to take a little bit more and just change the brush to an eyeshadow brush. Into the under eye. Before I start on the eyes, I'm actually going to take a lighter foundation shade. We have a light one called Barely There, and I'm going to use a little bit of a fan brush and apply it right underneath the eyes and dip just under the eye, top of the cheekbone. This is going to catch any residue, any eyeshadow that decides to fall, and when you go to brush it away afterwards, it's actually going to look very clean and highlighted. So the next step is going to be defining the eyebrows. Small Kolinsky angle. With Faye's eyebrows, I can do a combination of a brown and a taupe together. Starting along the top line and then blending it throughout. So we're not trying to darken the brow, we're just giving it a little bit of definition, giving it some body, filling in between the hairs. Switching over to your spoolie and brushing through. And just softens everything. Now I'm gonna go with a Squirrel Large Fluff, and I'm just gonna take a very light bone shade. Every makeup case should have base shade that can be used either on the lid or in the inner corner of the eye to highlight or on the top of the cheekbone. And it's also great for concealing excess redness since there's a little bit of a yellow undertone to it. Before, what I had used on her eyebrows, I'd used a light taupe. This one is called Flax, and I had used Brown Derby. It's kind of like a Swiss chocolate color. What I can do is, again, just combine those two shades and work that into her crease. Those are basically essential shades right there. They're neutral, passe-partout, they go with everything. They're neutral, they're there to define an accent, but not to be overt. Do two little dots right in the crease. And the brush that I'm using is called a crease brush. Some people call it a pencil brush, just because of that dome tip. That's gonna really keep the color concentrated in the crease. It's not gonna like spread out all over the place. So it's great for doing smoky eyes also, in fact. But it's perfect for the application. I'm gonna do a little C, dragging it inwards. You can see it, I'm kind of blending up and out. We're gonna keep the lower lid inside as clean as possible, as light as possible, so that we're really gonna just concentrate on adding that definition depth to the crease area. I can go back and re-highlight the color that we had before, which was Candlelight, that base shade. So we had the color in the crease, so go back to the light bone shade, inner corner, along the lash line, throughout the entire lower lid, and blending back together with the two other shades. Same brush, same color, redefine underneath the arch of the brow. Essential black eyeliner. Who lives without that? So just start with a freshly sharpened pencil. I'm actually just going to roll the tip on my hand, warming it up and softening it. Use my finger just to lift the lid, and I'm using the side of the pencil as much as possible. That way I'm actually covering more surface area and it's faster to do a line. Aim for the roots of the lashes versus the skin itself. And we're going to seal the black eyeliner in with a black shadow, so tone on tone. So I'm not even dragging it, I'm literally just pressing it inwards. This is great because it helps prevent running and doubling and those kind of things. With whatever I have left on the brush, I'm gonna just define the lower lash line with that. So instead of using pencil on the lower lash line, I always recommend just using whatever remaining shadow is left on the brush. It's just supposed to give the appearance that you have a fuller lash line and not necessarily lined like I'm lined. I just fast forwarded a little bit. I applied some little demi-false eyelashes. It's something that's super easy to apply. You can do this all the time. False eyelashes are to eye makeup as sequins are to the little black dress. So it just jazzes it up a little bit. Now we're just gonna talk about an essential blush. I'm gonna go with one color. It's called Spice. It's like kind of a really neutral, earthy brownie shade. It kind of can double as a bronzer as well. So it's a 2-in-1 punch. I always want a big fake smile. And just hitting the tops of the cheeks. And it can go all the way onto the apples. So the next step is going to be lips. Yeah, we can go with like the everyday, like everybody has the exact same neutral color in like 20 different shades, but they're all really the same shade. Or we can go with something that's really punchy and just go straight for the red and like just be like drop dead red. Some people who have the very fine lip may want to build it out with a little bit of a taupe pencil. So it kind of creates a shadow effect. But you got the lips going on, so we're just gonna go straight for red. This one is actually called burnt red. So we're gonna give it a natural contour and go very, very lightly with that. And you really want something that's gonna be long lasting. We're gonna use the side of it and we're gonna lightly feather it all over the lip. Next up is gonna be a red gloss. It's very opaque, so there's all that new texture now. Like some people are like lipstick, or do I go with a gloss? Well, this is a gloss with like a lipstick finish. It's actually called kimono red. And we're gonna apply that with a lip brush. Now, not all lip brushes are created equal. I'm using one that has a natural gradation, so it gets very, very fine at the tip. That means it's not gonna pick up too much product. And it's also a sable hair. That means that all the hairs stick together, they don't fan out, so they'll really keep their shape well. Because this is a gloss, what we're gonna do is we're going to apply to the top lip. Don't go too close to the line. Now press your lips together. Okay, and closed again. And now, whatever's left over on your brush, we can blend it. So when you're wearing that little black dress, you know, you have your essential dresses going on, you're gonna have your essential basics as well. A great base eyeshadow, something that works in the crease that can double as liner and for eyebrows as well. And just for that added touch of fun, a bright color lipstick and a little bit of demi eyelashes. Voila. Thanks, Faye, for being my model. You're awesome.
Thank you so much. You too.
I'm Lisa Sim for Sim Minerals, and you've been watching WatchMojo.com.